Welcome to the MLS Show. It's me, Baz. I am joined by Mr. Phil Rawlins from Orlando City. I flew him out here on my private jet. I haven't. But last time, I wish I had a private jet because I come and see you a lot more often. Delighted to have Phil in our humble abode. Great. Last time I sat down with him, I preferred it because I was on holiday and I was in his lovely plush office. We are here in our studio. I know which one.
Which is very nice, actually.
It's not bad, but I know which one I prefer. Your office is a lot nicer than this studio. Phil, delighted to have you here. I won't ask why you're here because you're on top secret business.
Secret mission
to buy Everton. He's on
I mean, what's the fourth person to buy Everton? Right?
Well, no, we're all. We've been bought now. We're all right. We're fine. Let's get on to it. Orlando City. Obviously, we will touch on more of what's going on currently at Orlando, but let me take you back. Let's go back to we know that you started out in Austin, and you moved the club after some market research, I would say something like that. You got to Orlando City, USL to start. How difficult was it? This is what I wanted to ask you. You moved from obviously Austin, Texas. You've come out there to Orlando. How difficult was it to get the whole thing up and running in the first place?
Well, to be honest, Baz, I mean, it was difficult. Obviously, it was a lot of work, but I think because we were thrown into it with such a short time frame to get ready, we just threw ourselves into it. I mean, you really don't kind of think about it too much because you've got too much to do. So we had about 3 months to prepare for the first game. We did the press conference in late October. November, December was really setting things up. So we really kind of officially opened the doors January the 1st of 2011, and we were playing in late March, so we had about 90 days to get ready. So when you've got that kind of shorter time frame, you have to get on with it. You have to get the job done. So we really did that. We focused on being ready for that first game, and the reception we've had and the community. I've said it forever. Our fans are the best in MLS, in my opinion, and we just have a fantastic support in Orlando. And you could see it from the beginning. It was there from day one. Yeah. Was
the plan always for MLS?
Or, yes, it was. Yeah, no, it was. That's the reason we selected Orlando. It's the reason we moved there. The MLS wanted a team in the southeast. It was very clearly a vacuum for them. So that's where they focused us. We selected the Orlando marketplace, and when we had the press conference, that first day in Orlando, we said, our goal is to bring Major League Soccer here to Orlando in, within 3 to 5 years, and that's what we did.
Incredible. So you've gone. Obviously, it was quite successful. In the lower league, the league under MLS, and you move towards that goal of starting, of getting into Major League Soccer. What's the process like to do that? Because obviously we're seeing it at the moment, aren't we? We're seeing there's noises coming out to like St. Louis and places like that who want to try and bridge that gap. How difficult is it to go from to prepare for that move into Major League Soccer?
I think it depends on the marketplace and the club you're talking to and you're dealing with. For us, there was at the time we were really making the overtures towards the league. There was a number of expansion slots available. So we knew there was, at that time they made a statement and said we're going to go to 24. Right. And if you counted in, the likes of Miami, which we knew would be one of the ones that was going to come in, New York City, of course, and ourselves, then there was really only one slot available. So for us, it was about making sure that we took advantage of that opportunity to grab that slot and make sure we got into the league. Because in my opinion, I know you and Ped feel this way too, the league is going to go from strength to strength. It's growing. It's only going to get bigger and stronger. The interest in joining the league is only going to get bigger. So we wanted to make sure we captured one of those slots. And so what we did was I went up to New York, met with the commissioner and met with Mark Abbott, the president, and we sat down and talked to him about how do we do it. Basically, give us the roadmap. Tell us what we've got to do. We are very determined to bring Major League Soccer to Central Florida. Tell us what we've got to do that. And they gave us an outline of essentially 4 points. It was prove the marketplace, which is the fan base. Prove that you've got the corporate support there. Okay, you've got to have the right ownership team in place, and then certainly, last but by no means least, you've got to have a clear finance plan for a stadium in the urban core. So those were the 4 things. And really what we set about doing was sounds simple, but what we said about doing was knocking those things off, checking them off the list,
Yeah.
proving to MLS that we could hit those 4 marks. And every subsequent meeting we had with Major League Soccer, we'd go back and say, okay, here's where we are against fan base, here's where we are against corporate sponsors, here's where we are against the stadium plan, etc. And so you were just showing them. I like to say we gave them no option but to give us a franchise, because we just checked the list off.
Ticked every box.
Yeah.
So you get, obviously, you're awarded the slot into Major League Soccer, and you're heading towards that.
Yeah.
The big kickoff, so to speak. How nerve-wracking was that? Because obviously, this is what you've been planning for years, and it's fast approaching. Day one against New York City. How exciting and nerve-wracking was that?
Yeah, well, it obviously was. It was very exciting. It was tremendously exciting to be involved in. But having said that, we'd set a stall out from the beginning, even as a minor league team, to be a major league team. So I often describe it as a major league team in waiting. But pretty much, I think Sacramento is the same today.
Yeah.
I think Sacramento will be a great marketplace for MLS. I think they've done a great job of proving their marketplace, doing all the things that Orlando had done. Mm. So we were a minor league team, but a major league team in waiting with the infrastructure in place. And we had a very professionally run organization, probably, frankly, overstaffed for where we were, if you know what I mean, for our size at that time, but preparing to be in the major leagues. So when it came, when we got the green light to go, and we had about 18 months to prepare, we knew what we had to do. What we had to do was build out the present infrastructure and the organization that we had. And that's what we did. So going into that first game against New York, I was very, very confident about people. We have great staff, we have a great team of people, a great organization. So that was never in doubt. The only question was, could we get to 62,000? And we did with about a week to go before kickoff. So just a fantastic event. And people, it's funny because people have forgotten now. We were up until the Thursday of that week. There was still the threat of a strike. The CBA hadn't been signed. Right. So we were going to play on the Sunday, our first ever game. We'd sold 62,500 seats, and we didn't know there was going to be a game until Thursday, because we really didn't know whether the players' union was going to agree to the new CBA. So with that in the background, again, you had no time to be nervous about the game, because you were more nervous about, is it actually going to take place? Is it going to happen?
Yeah.
So, but luckily it did.
I've seen the picture in your office, that one of the ball, which is absolutely incredible. So into that first season then, how do you think it went? I mean, I watched that first game laying on my couch at home about midnight, and said, I'm going. I was excited to get over there. But how do you think it went? Because I think it was good. I think talking to people on Twitter, some Orlando fans are a little bit, I think, used to winning.
Yeah,
used to winning.
Yeah,
and then going into a different league with different opponents, massive challenges, flying all over the US. Yeah. Some people were a little bit impatient, and I was like, well, League One, Season 1, new challenge. I thought we've done really, really well.
Yeah, and we did. I mean, we had a very good season, and we were pleased with it. But we were, on the other hand, disappointed too, because we had got used to winning. I mean, we have a culture of winning. We'd won 3 championships in USL and regular season titles and everything else. We knew how to win, and we knew what it felt like to win. And our fans, had gotten used to that, as the organisation had, and we wanted to keep that culture going. Mm. And we believed as an organisation that we had the players, excuse me, and we had the coaching staff to make it happen. And so, we set our stall out to make the playoffs. Yeah. And we came within a week of it. We came very, very close. We took it down to the wire, but would have been great that first year to have done it. And that was our only disappointment. Other than that, it was a very good year. We learnt a lot. The players gained a lot of experience. Yeah. I would say not just a year's worth of experience. It was a binary thing. It was not knowing each other. It was not knowing the league. It was not knowing the opposition. And we've gone from not knowing all those things to this year knowing all of them. Mm. So it's been a binary transition, and they've grown up together. We have a very young squad. They learned a lot last year, and I expect this year to see them put that to work.
Definitely. I mean, when I spoke to you in August, when I came over in August, very much in the middle of it, but also in the middle of a bad run, really, considering it's the only.
Yeah.
And if you take that run out of it, because there was some frustrating draws and there was sendings off that shouldn't have been, and things like, things that can happen in a season, of course, injuries as well. If you take that bad run out of it, and I know, listen, every team can say it, of course. But there was I think only Orlando and New England Revolution had the same kind of run, frustrating run of not winning for a while. If you take that out of it, you would have made that playoff. So, come out the other side of it. I think they just went back on a run. I think it was 5 wins.
5 out of 6.
Went to New York Red Bulls and turned in an incredible result. Some fantastic victories on the road as well. How much does that experience of getting on a plane and having to fly to the other side of the country and things like that, that must, we try to think about it over here, and I remember commenting the other week about how great the Everton fans were. Obviously, I'm an Evertonian, if you don't know by now, I'm quite sure you did. I'd said how great Everton fans were for going to Bournemouth on a Saturday night and then going to somewhere else, and someone was like, that's just a local game to us, that 800-mile round trip. And it is that.
It is.
It's mad what you've got to cope with.
It's true, because if everybody talks about Miami, when Miami comes into the league, how good will it be, Phil? How will it be? Will it be local derby? It's 4-hour drives. Miami. If you're driving, it's literally a 4-hour drive. So, and that would be our local rivalry. So, it is very tough. To my knowledge, it's the biggest geographical league in the world, right? Geographically speaking, from corner to corner. You've got trips to, the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. It's a 5-6 hour flight. And the big thing, Baz, and I think Gerard spoke about this, and I think everybody who's come over has said the same. They underestimate how difficult the league it is. And I don't mean sometimes at the skill level. The skill level is good and can get better and is getting better on a regular basis. But just the difficulty in terms of it's an extremely athletic league. Yeah. It's a very fit league. And if you're not fit, you get found out very quickly because it's a very fast pace of play and it's very athletic. But then you throw into that the travel and the time zones. If you're an Orlando player and you're used to living on the Eastern time zone, you get on a plane, you get off the other end and you're in Portland and you've got a 3-hour time difference. And now you're waking up at 4 in the morning because your body clock thinks it's 7. Yeah. And you're only there for 2 days. That has an impact. And then to get home again, it's another 5-hour flight to get back. It also, and it impacts, and this is, I think, the bit that people miss, is it impacts your training schedule too. Yeah. Because you're taking, to go on the road for a weekend game is a 3, sometimes 4-day trip. That has an impact on, how you coach and train your team as well. So there are major impacts, and I think it's often overlooked, and it needs to be taken into account when we look at the overall, not only quality of the league, but how difficult it is to win the league and do well in it. Yeah. Obviously,
all of this, you took all of this into account from last season. Yeah. You've built up that picture, that experience going ahead into this season. Is the things you've looked at now as a club, certainly on the playing side, and said, right, we need to do this better in terms of how we prepare for the games, or if we go a bit earlier, or can we get away with going on that trip a bit later? Is that all the stuff that you're working towards for this season?
Definitely, and that's a lot of stuff that Adrian and his team have learned, his coaching team have learned from year one. I think this year, this year our pre-season was much improved over last year. We knew how to prepare for what we were getting into, and they've done a great job of that. And as you say, we've learned about the trips. When do you go? When don't you go? How long do you want to be there for? What are training facilities like at the other end? Right? We went to, let's say 10 road trips where we didn't know what the training facilities were going to be like when we got to that venue. So some places, you've got great facilities, they're close to the hotel. You're happy to train there. Yeah. You may be going somewhere else where the training facility isn't the best, and it's an hour's bus ride from the hotel. So you're going to train things around. You're going to train at home before you go. You're going to go a bit later. Yeah. You're not going to use that facility. Those are all the little things that you'll learn that just make you better prepared for, when 7:30 comes around, it's kickoff time.
And I was in this lovely plush office. We are here in our studio. I know which one.
Which is very nice, actually.
It's not bad, but I know which one I prefer. Your office is a lot nicer than this studio. Phil, delighted to have you here. I won't ask why you're here because you're on top secret business.
Secret mission
to buy Everton. He's on there.
I mean, what's the fourth person to buy Everton? Right?
Well, no, we're all right. We've been bought now. We're all right. We're fine. Let's get on to it. Orlando City, obviously, we will touch on more of what's going on currently at Orlando. But let me take you back. Let's go back to we know that you started out in Austin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you moved the club after some market research, I would say, something like that. You got to Orlando City. USL to start. How difficult was it? This is what I wanted to ask.
Months to prepare for the first game. We did the press conference in late October. November, December was really setting things up. So we really kind of officially opened the doors January the 1st of 2011. And we were playing in late March. So we had about 90 days to get ready. So when you've got that kind of shorter time frame, you have to get on with it. You have to get the job done. So we really did that. We focused.
Welcome to the MLS Show. It's me, Baz. I am joined by Mr. Phil Rawlins from Orlando City. I flew him out here on my private jet. I haven't. But last time, I wish I had a private jet because I come see it a lot more often. Delighted to have Phil in our humble abode. Last time I sat down with him, I preferred it because I was on holiday. You moved from obviously Austin, Texas. You've come out there to Orlando. How difficult was it to get the whole thing up and running in the first place?
Well, to be honest, Baz, I mean, it was difficult. Obviously, it was a lot of work, but I think because we were thrown into it with such a short time frame to get ready, we just threw ourselves into it. I mean, you really don't kind of think about it too much because you've got too much to do. So we had from memory, 3 months.